it's officially playoff time. Let's see who's in and who's out. What's going on, everybody? Cool200 here, back with another video. Welcome back to the NASCAR Lounge. Oh my, what a race at Indy. Some would say it's a you can't pass, but you can wreck. And was what felt like the theme. People had a big bubble of air and they just couldn't pass. Frustrating to watch at times, honestly, but whatever. Actually, a lot of wrecks happened. The first one was Daniel Suarez. He is a bubble driver. He washes up the track a little bit, trying to carry a lot of momentum up the track, and he barely hit the wall. I mean, it made some contact, but he just hit the wall. They popped it right back out, and he continued. Not too much there. I mean, it was significant damage to a bubble driver, but once again, stayed on the lap, continued. And during that caution, because I believe there was a caution there, I didn't get to see a whole lot of this part, but there was a huge stack up on pit road. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Bubba Wallace almost ran into Johnson's pit crew and Johnson's car. Chase Elliott was turned all around. Just crazy. Martin Truex Jr. got tons and tons of damage. It was absolutely madness, and I don't know how they all got through it, to be honest with you, but Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had damage. Denny Hamlin's backup car, because Denny Hamlin exploded during practice, had some damage, so a lot there. And then you had the first big hit of the day. Landy Castle blew a tire, it looked like, and he just boom right into the wall. Very hard contact for Landy Castle, but he would walk away. Took him some time to get out, I'm sure. It shook him up a lot. Very happy he's alright. And then after that, we had another big crash. This was on stage 1, by the way. Brad Keselowski had gotten tangled up with Eric Jones. Eric Jones tried to pass him down on the bottom, got loose, slid up into Brad. They both wrecked. Eric Jones backed up into the wall, and Keselowski goes into the tires, and you can see as on the picture, lands on the tires and is just hanging there, really. Crazy wreck. Glad everybody was okay. Everybody was okay from every wreck that happened today, but just a lot of craziness for sure. And then, of course, stage 1 would end, and Joey Logano got that. No picture for that. We don't need really a picture to describe Joey Logano winning stage 1, do we? We'll get it next time. There's a lot of pictures I need to be in this video, I'll tell you that. But yeah, really crazy. So that was stage 1. Just stage 1. Stage 2 didn't have a lot of craziness, okay? Kevin Harvick led most of the laps. Kyle Larson was in the battle, but we'll talk about him here in a minute. Strong car today. Really wanted him to take the lead, but once again, he suffered from the air bubble that would not allow anybody to really pass. Unfortunate. But at the end of stage 2, Kyle Busch blew up. Yes, you heard me correctly. You see the picture. Kyle Busch blew up. He just blew up. I'm glad he's alright, first of all, because I don't like Kyle Busch, but don't want him to die. But yeah, he just blew up into a big ball of fire. It wasn't that big of a fire, but I mean, it was fire, and looked similar to Denny Hamlin, although Denny Hamlin had hit the wall, so very, very scary for sure. And then stage 2 was won by, I do believe, Kevin Harvick. Can't really remember, to be honest with you. A lot of stage points between the bubble drivers. Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson fighting for all the points he can get. Daniel Suarez fighting for all the points they can get. Everybody fighting, scrambling, tugging at the points for sure. It was really between Daniel Suarez and Ryan Newman throughout the day. Well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. So stage 2 was over, and then stage 3 came, and this is where a lot of things happened. Jimmy Johnson makes an aggressive move on a restart, going down 3 wide. Kurt Busch was in there, I think. I can't remember who the middle car was, but Jimmy Johnson got sucked around, turned around, and backed up into the wall. Kurt Busch was involved, Paul Menard, Chris Buescher. So Jimmy Johnson ultimately ended his streak of being in the playoffs. All the times that it has been implicated. So very sad, but I kind of called it. Jimmy Johnson not making the playoffs. The way he's been doing this year, he's been doing pretty. He did pretty well at Indy, but just luck again just wasn't with him. I said William Byron was beside him. That too. I told. I said William Byron should not have squeezed Jimmy Johnson. It was a little bit of Jimmy Johnson and William Byron's fault. Somebody should have lifted, but nobody's lifting on the third stage, though. And then we had pit stops. Kyle Larson, unfortunately, came into one of those pit stops, and that didn't end well for him because later on in the race, he would get sideways and he would hit the wall very hard, messed up his whole car. He was done. What was a good car was absolutely destroyed. I was very frustrated. He really had a good car today. They even said on the long run he was probably the best and got mired back in that position. Nobody touched him, but I think if he was racing with the leaders, it wouldn't have happened. But I don't know. Very sad, for honest. And then Matt Tifft. There's no picture of this. I couldn't find anything about Matt Tifft wrecking, but Matt Tifft wrecked. Yes, Matt Tifft wrecked. Nobody cares, but he's okay. Car destroyed. He was actually having a very solid run. He was in 13th. Very nice looking car. Very, very nice looking car, but I guess nobody cared because literally no pictures, no video evidence of him wrecking at all. So, good job, people. At least I'm here for Matt Tifft, right? I don't even like the guy. And then Alex Bowman got spun around. Looked like he just kind of got loose or somebody tapped him. I can't really remember, but he spun around, hit the tire barrier, and did a little pirouette before coming to a stop. I don't think he was out. They did repairs, but that happened to Alex Bowman. And after that, it was pretty smooth sailing. I don't think anybody else wrecked that I can't remember. There were a ton of wrecks. It's so hard for me to remember. I'm getting the best I can here. So if there was a wreck that I missed, comment down below. But anyways, guys, after that, Kevin Harvick is your race winner. Yes, Kevin Harvick is your race winner. I didn't pay attention to that because I paid attention to the playoffs, which again we will talk here in a minute. But let's look at your top 10. Yeah, that'll be right over here. Alrighty, guys, I got it pulled up as well, but once again, it's over there. First was Kevin Harvick, like I said. Strong car all day, so I'm not too surprised that he finished first, honestly. He had the best car, honestly. Come on, phone, do something stupid. His phone isn't cooperating with me. Second was Joey Logano. He was pretty much in the top 5 all day, so again, not too surprising. He had a really strong day, won stage 1, of course. Third, with a damaged car, Darrell Wallace Jr., Bubba Wallace, bringing home Richard Petty Motorsports a 3rd place finish. That's great to see. Just a shout out to him. Great job, Bubba Wallace. I'm really proud of you. Maybe wanted him to win when Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick were side by side. I was like, come on, Wallace, go. But 3rd place. You ain't complaining about that. William Byron at 4th. Kind of caught up in that wreck, but I don't think he really ever got hit. So not bad day for William Byron. And the 24, Clint Bowyer, much needed 5th place. Again, one of those bubble drivers. I think he's like plus 18 a point above the cut line now in the playoffs now, of course. So good job for Clint getting those points and getting a top 5 finally. Denny Hamlin in 6th with that damage. Denny Hamlin in the backup car with damage. Great job for Denny Hamlin. Way to rally that car all day. Ryan Blaney in 7th. That's a good finish for him. He was actually in the top 3 for a long time, but strategy and stuff just didn't play his favor, so he gets 7th. 8th is Ryan Newman. Once again, just part of that playoff bubble. He was pretty much tied, dead even with Daniel Suarez coming into the race, and now he is plus 4 above the cutoff line. Now in the playoffs, of course. So good job for Ryan Newman. Great finish. I told you guys Ryan Newman. I had no doubt that he was getting in the playoffs. Didn't have a doubt. and he proved me right. So don't count your Ryan Newmans before before they wreck people. I guess I don't know. Ryan Newman's just a big roadblock. Chase Elliott gets ninth after having tons of damage on his car. Good day for Chase Elliott. Had Tate, Bondo, you name it, he's got it on his car. And then involved in that Jimmy Johnson wreck, Paul Menard, 10th. Paul Menard being pretty consistent. I mean, he's won an Indy on a fuel strategy in 2011. So good finish for Menard. Pretty much an average driver in my opinion, but for the Wood Brothers and Paul Menard, that's an awesome finish. Just want to give a quick shout out to Austin and Ty Dillon finishing 12th and 13th. Good for them. Eric Almirola back there in 14th. Chris Buescher even wrecking came 15th. Ryan Preece behind him in 16th. Matt DiBenedetto was also involved in a wreck. I believe he was involved in a wreck, but he came 18th. And Corey LaJoie and David Reagan having awesome, solid 19th and 20th finishes. So there's your shout outs, I guess. But for the playoffs, Kyle Busch is, of course, first. But it was Clint Bowyer and Ryan Newman making it in. Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez out. Daniel Suarez barely missed it, but at this point you got to wonder, is Daniel Suarez going to keep his ride or is he going to get replaced by Cole Custer? I've heard rumors, I've heard specialists, and I've heard a lot of things. Honestly, I'm not sure. That update will be coming soon, but the playoffs definitely were scrambled. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, I don't think Ryan Newman makes it out of the top 16. But it's nice to see that 6 car get improved from Wrecker Bane, being the talentless person he was. And just good to see that Roush is at least having one good driver, even though he's a giant roadblock in racing. So it is what it is. Clint Bowyer struggled all year. Great to see him at least do something. Get a top 5, so that helped him a lot, but I don't see either of those guys getting out of the top 16, honestly. But we will have playoff guesses on Friday when I make that video for the what race is even next. Las Vegas, right? Yeah. So we'll have the Las Vegas predictions. I'll talk about the playoffs more as we go through it. Of course, the cutoff isn't for another 3 weeks, so we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I gotta edit this video and go to bed, so thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Congratulations once again to Kevin Harvick on the win. And good job, Bubba Wallace, getting a 3rd place. You make me happy. So, as you can tell, I'm a pretty decent Bubba Wallace fan. I wish Richard Petty would be better as an organization. Oh, that's embarrassing for the king. But anyways, guys, please like this video. Leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and I hope you all enjoyed an okay race with a lot of wrecks. Wreckfest Indy. Peace.